Hello, everybody. The three of you that are here so far, four of you. Can you hear us all? Let us know. Trying something new today. That's Martin, I believe.
Right, sweet.
Welcome in to the CamWood Bats live Q&A session. Who wants to learn how to hit better?
Representing some new shirts today from our camp. Swing Shop.
They do look good.
Summer Academy.
Yes. Yes, there's some folks joining in. Let's go to the participants right now so I can kind of see who we got in here. Nevertheless, Brian, talk to him. Tell us why we do this, man. What are we trying to do here?
Trying to teach y'all. Trying to make sure everybody has the proper knowledge. A lot of people, they can go through baseball with so many ups and downs and stuff. And it's just from the aspect of not learning how to do these things. And it's more than just doing a drill. It's more than just going to the cage with an instructor and just hitting and hitting and hitting. You have to learn. You have to expand your mind. And like we always say, hunt. You got to hunt. Me and Jonathan would not be where we're at, being able to explain the things we explain to y'all if we stop seeking knowledge. If we let our pride take over where we didn't listen to other people, didn't hear what they had to say, and all this kind of other stuff. So many people are so iffy about the CamWood program just because they are stuck in their ways, and it's so hard sometimes to get just your foot in the door, try to explain some new concepts to coaches, athletes that are older. They just kind of shove you off and say, how I've been doing it for so long. It works. I'm just going to keep doing it. Instead of, is there a way I can get better? Am I the best person on the team? Am I the best person in the league? Am I the best person on the field? If there's any kind of hesitation with that answer, then there's room for improvement. And we got to seek that improvement. Even if we're going through this process, this is how I've been doing it. This is how I've been doing it. Maybe there's a better way.
Absolutely.
Maybe I need to hear something else and just see if it works. And if it does, then commit to it. I know.
Well, I'll tell you from experience. I mean, in my career, I had a coach that taught me specific things. A lot of those things were very common to what we teach now, as far as phrasing goes. Not a ball, palm up, palm down, stay inside, loose, quick, all that stuff. But the explanation of the concepts was where I kind of got off. I mean, the concepts were just kind of thrown out there to either you get it or you don't.
Yeah.
You either understand it or you don't. There wasn't really anything to specifically, teach a player like they know. Like a kid knows their multiplication tables, or they should. I know how to swing a bat properly. I know how the swing functions. If I take a swing and I miss it, I know the right answer.
Yeah.
I know where I was off. I can fix it because I was taught how to do it.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to teach this aspect of the game, one of the hardest aspects of the game to be good at.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be good at hitting, no matter if they're even the POs. Pitchers are always trying to hit BP because they want to hit.
Yeah.
They want to hit. And we want to teach the young ones how to do it. The younger you can understand how it functions, how it works, the better you're going to be because you have much more time to improve on that swing.
Yeah. Sorry. No.
Jeff, the video feed is blurry. Nobody has mentioned that. No. It's possible that it is, though. It's clear on our end.
Yeah.
Video is bad. Okay. That's good to know. We'll look into that for sure.
Set up through that camera.
We'll have to look at that. We'll watch it back and see what the issue is. It's got to be a streaming issue.
Edit.
Down here. Yeah.
Oh, is that what you just
Mm-hmm. Customization maybe here. Hang on. Interesting. I won't do that. It's possibly our computer
PC.
on a PC, but nevertheless. Anyways, we'll
Yo.
jump into. Go ahead, bro.
Y'all able to hear us though?
Can you hear us good? That's my main question. You can hear us.
Or is the audio bad too?
Nobody's responding to me. Sound is good. Fantastic. Perfect. So let's do what everybody wants to do. Let's answer questions.
Yep.
Okay. Ask some questions. Obviously, everybody's kind of getting to the end of the summer. School's getting ready to start back for some of us. Players, their time is going to be a little limited as to what they can do, what they can't do, when they can do it, things like that. So it's very important, in my opinion, as a coach, to make sure that the players we train have somewhat of a plan of attack going into the fall. Fall being the off season, the fall being the time of year, in my opinion, where you truthfully need to learn the most.
Yeah.
Where you need to study the most. You can, if you have enough passion for the game, you can think back on your season and assess yourself. Remember the things the places where you were bad, places where you were good, where you made your outs, why you possibly made your outs. And if you don't understand those questions or you don't know the answer to those questions, now's the time to figure that out. Mm-hmm. Now's the time to figure that out. That's one thing that the CamWood program does so well, is just start from the ground up and basically rebuilds the swing. It doesn't change the swing. It makes the swing better. Makes the swing better. Okay? So a lot of our folks in here now are CamWood program customers. Some of you may not be. If you are not, do visit CamWoodBats.com and purchase the CamWood Bats All-American program so you can see these improvements for yourself. Yeah. You'll see as we get into these questions in a second when folks start asking them, that it works. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
It works. I don't stop doing things that work.
Yeah.
You got to keep doing those kind of things. So let's see what we've got here, folks. Ask away. Any questions starting off about maybe something you don't understand in the program, something your players seeing, something you may be seeing? I know I have some folks in here that are going through the program themselves. So let's see what we fall into, Miller. There's one. As a baseball guy, I played at a low-level college. I like the cam bat. I have a daughter, softball. I've been told CamWood swing is different by some and may say it's the same. Thoughts? To me, the CamWood swing, everybody says different, but the reason they say different is because nobody really takes the time to listen to what we're doing. Everything that we teach has been basically said before, explained before, taught before, whatever. It may just not have been understood the same way. We're talking about trying to make solid contact with the ball, round bat, moving fast in a straight line. The best way to make contact with anything is to be in the way of it. So we teach how to properly get our hands in a position to where the bat naturally follows us at maximum speed through the hitting zone. The only zone I'm worried about as a hitter, besides the strike zone and what pitch I'm swinging at, is where I want to make contact with that pitch. Okay? Not necessarily in, out, up, or down, but where in the line am I going to make the most solid contact? Yeah. You're obviously not going to make contact at all right when it comes out of the hand. Right when it comes out of the hand, you've got to let the ball travel. Got to let it get to that hitting zone that we talk about, right in front of home plate, and learn how to properly drive that bat using your body, lower half, upper body, the whole thing, using your body so that bat reaches maximum speed and stays in line with the pitch. In line. So now you're getting folks where now I'm early and I'm hitting a home run. Now I'm early and I'm hitting a line drive double down the line. Or now I'm late. I'm staying inside and I'm shooting the ball to the gap to right center and I'm hitting a double 2 count rather than getting jammed, hitting one of the pitcher to 0-2 count.
I've watched a lot of softball, especially this season, the World Series and all that kind of stuff. The issues are the same. I see the same issues watching that softball tournament as I do watching the College World Series for baseball. The concept, I see a lot of this. A lot of the girls are working that motion right here. Okay, I've seen a whole team on a lefty pitcher throwing in at their hands, and no one been able to touch it. It's either sawing them off or they're fouling it, or they're hitting it foul. They're not able to adjust by getting their hands inside and driving through that pitch into the gap. And those balls to their hands. They're not throwing them way in here at their stomach.
It's a strike on the inside.
And they still can't have the proper drive and direction with those hands inside. All they want to do is throw that barrel out and try to catch it going up. Okay? The same if the issues are the same throughout across the board, the fix is probably going to be mostly the same. So, yes, I would say the softball and baseball swing is very similar. Are you going to have more time at baseball than you do softball? Maybe a little bit because it's a little bit further away. But the straight line is the same. There's going to be a couple different softball pitches that go to different levels. But the concept of meeting it on those lines are the same. If I see a rise ball, okay, the first thing that should be firing anyway is my knee. If my hands are leading my swing anyway, my direction is going to be off because I'm firing low and that ball is going to be rising first. I can see and adjust to that rise ball and then meet it where it's going to be. And
or know that it's going to be too high.
Yeah. The concepts there are the same. It's still going to give the player more time, especially able to pick up pitches because of where we're firing. So many people think when they fire is here. Yeah. Trying to take my hands to it. And that's what a lot of the girls on that deck was doing. They're talking about popping that barrel around right there. And that's just
it's putting their barrel in a vulnerable position, in a bad position to really be efficient at what they do. They can look real good when they're on time. Real good when they're on time. But watch how many times they're not on time. The swing, the contact is drastically different. And you go into talking about different pitches. It's the same across the board because there's fastballs in both games. Fastball moves in a straight line. For softball players, to me, the fastball's flat. Now, going over there the other day, watching Carrie Foster go through the fast pitch stuff, filming all that stuff, and kind of seeing how the fast pitch motion happens, watching the line, standing behind, watching the ball travel, it still falls when it gets to the back of the line. It has a natural hump in it. I mean, the faster, the less hump. But we're still talking about a ball that's moving in a line similar to this. The best way to make contact is to get in that line by learning how to efficiently drive the hands inside the ball. It's not causing your barrel to drag. It's not causing you to inside out the ball. It's causing you to be more efficient at making solid contact with the pitch that everybody's going to see in every at bat.
I mean, we've had lessons with softball girls in here. We have a handful that are in here, and every single one of them, based on what they've been taught and how this feels to them, is so much easier. I know one went and had a really good weekend after coming in here for 2 weeks, Mallory, and she just said it made it so much easier to me. It made it fun in a way. So she didn't have to sit there and think about guessing and think about all this other stuff. She thought about exactly what we were teaching her. Driving my knee first and let everything else happen naturally. Keep my eyes down. Some of these things are going to take a lot of pressure off kids when they get up to the plate.
Oh, my gosh.
Because of what they know and how to react to things.
They're in a situation that they know how to handle. They're not put in situations that they don't know what to do.
And another question I asked her that it kind of blew my mind, but this happens, I think, a lot with softball players, is she's a pitcher too. So I talked to her about, well, do you have a game plan going up when you're going to pitch? Yes. Well, do you have one when you go to hit? No. And it blew my mind because hitting to me, being from both sides, I've pitched and hit, I think hitting's harder. Okay? Because when I'm pitching, I know exactly what I'm about to throw and what my game plan is. Hitting is not necessarily a guessing game, but I have to pick up at me, traveling at a very fast speed. So I have to come up there with a game plan too, just like I would if I was up there at the mound. And that's something I didn't really have. I had an area I was looking for when I was up there hitting. But I didn't have a game plan like that. That made it a little bit simpler for me to relax a little bit, and no matter who's pitching. But, I mean, I would say this same across the board. Unless you have somebody that slaps, Which then again, I mean, you would still need
You still need to know how to use your hands.
You still know how to
You
use
got to
your
be good
hands,
with your
so,
hands. I see a lot of girls slapping now that, I mean, in my opinion, could be better because of the fact that they get so long with their front arm. That, I mean, they're trying to whip it around. And I get you're trying to slap the ball on the ground. But some of these slappers could have some power.
Yeah.
They learn how to keep their hands inside because their
momentum.
momentum's already running through the ball.
Yeah.
So, nevertheless, I mean, the swings, in our opinion, they're the same across the board. Same across the board. You're looking for a fastball. You should be looking for a fastball every pitch. You're going to see at least one in every at bat. We're talking about a round ball and a round bat. Moving in a straight line, we're trying to hit those square. So the concept is still the same. Any other questions? That's a very good one. Very good one, Ryan. Thank you. I like that one. I can do it right.
Come on, guys, don't be shy. I'm here for y'all. Any type of questions, guys. They can just be based around the sport. Give you our opinion on it.
Any update on the wood bats? Wood bats will be released, we're hearing in August, probably mid to late August. So stay tuned. What successful high school, college, or pro programs are using the CamWood Bat as an integral hitting tool? I love this question. It's a difficult question to answer because as soon as you answer it, folks are going to close their ears. But truth of the matter is, not enough. We have right now on the books, we can't release the name, but we have a high-level Division I softball program that we're going to go to and integrate this into what they do. They'll be the first staple to have it shown, to really see from start to finish how it's taught, not only to the players, but how it's taught to the coaches, and then watch those girls through the following season showcase what they do. So stay tuned for that. The truth of the matter is, if folks would really, like Brian was saying at the beginning, be looking to improve their teams or looking to improve themselves more and stop really just kind of accepting where I'm at or being prideful about where I'm at, thinking that I'm good, then this would be the best teaching tool on the planet. It is the best teaching tool on the planet, but not enough people use it because of the fact that they're prideful. They won't take the time. As soon as you tell them that the top hand does not get you to extension, they close their ears. Yeah. When in all essence, we're talking about which hand is longer here. If I'm doing this, I'm not staying true to the concept of the game anymore. I'm not staying straight. I'm taking my barrel away from the zone. That is a topic that could take an hour to go through, especially when questions start falling. But we
have us that are on CamWood that are using this stuff from Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee. Having a couple people with our new game bats that are using them, some in the pro level, and some other people that are starting to use those.
You go to our YouTube channel right here. Obviously, subscribe if you're not. But you see the last video we posted was Gray Brandon, a junior college commit, who had been taught all his life, basically like everybody else has. I mean, loading the hands, getting a lot of upper body power, trying to be real big and real high finishing, all this kind of stuff. And he comes in and has one lesson. I mean, completely sees the light, goes home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and works completely on everything. Learning how to stay inside the ball, comes back and is already making huge strides towards seeing, a high level swing. Yeah. You're talking about 6'7", 210, 215 pound
big
kid.
Boy. Yeah,
big boy. Yeah. Big boy. You watch him swing that one-hand bat and see the ball jump off the bat, and you can just imagine what his swing would look like once he figures out how to move two-handed the same way.
Yeah.
Again, there's people that use it. There's so many people that use these bats. Not enough people use them the way we teach them.
Yeah.
No, everybody just grabs the bat and does it like I want to do it. We'll grab the bat and work on top pin drills. I can't tell you how many times I see folks working on the CamWood bat with top pin. Not only is that bad for your throwing arm, but number two, it's teaching you to extend too far. Take the barrel out of the zone. Put the barrel in the zone too soon. And it's causing your swing to be off when the ball starts moving.
Well, the bats have our tools. How to use a tool is the most important thing. Y'all don't go and try to mow your grass without reading the instructions on how to use a lawnmower. These are just tools to help you improve faster.
Mm-hmm.
The concept, the knowledge, and all that, that is what's going to stay with you forever.
Yeah.
I could use a game bat and have the concepts that I've learned and still be a successful hitter. Well, I've had as much strength gain, as much bat speed and all that? Probably not, because those tools help with that. But when I go up to the plate, I'm not going to have a CamWood trainer in my hand. I'm going to have a game bat.
Mm-hmm. I
I want people to fear me as a hitter and not worry about the brand.
Yeah.
Okay. CamWood is a brand. CamWood is a tool. Okay. I want somebody to see me if I have a CamWood game bat and be like, holy crap, this guy must can smack.
That's dude great.
Because of what he knows and
He
what
knows.
he learned.
Yeah.
And how they've faced other people that use that program, that product, and how it has changed them. That's what I want to be feared as a hitter and not worry about so much about the tools that I'm using. I got to learn the knowledge. The knowledge is key.
And it's going to take folks to, experience a little bit of failure.
Yeah.
Teams, players. A lot of kids that are hitting 420 right now with their swing, you ain't changing their mind because they're good at what they do.
Yeah.
But next season when they face somebody that's a little better up here than they are right here, that swing ain't gonna play anymore. And now they're worried about I'm late. Now I'm early. Now I'm popping everything up. Now I'm getting jammed all the time. Or now I'm way out front. Well, it's because your athleticism has maxed out. You can only be that good with that swing. You've got to learn how to do it efficiently. If you're more athletic, it's going to be easier for you to learn naturally anyway.
Sure.
Question here from Jeff. Last week we talked about seeing the ball all the way to the bat. Can you give me more tips or patterns to practice to track the ball from the pitcher to the plate? I know Brian talks a lot about bullpens, which you're talking slow pitch here, but really just having somebody flip to you.
Yeah.
Have somebody flip to you and just stand there, knowing I'm not going to swing, and just track the ball all the way, nice and loose, all the way to the back of the net. Hit the ground, track it all the way.
And when you're tracking, practice where I'm reacting first to this when it gets in the zone. If I was to take a pitch and react to it, am I reacting to my knee or am I feeling my hands get jumpy? I don't want to feel myself react here because now I'm going to go get it. Okay, now I'm going to be off my line. I want to feel myself stay compact here and think about driving that knee into it. Everything outside, feeling that drive happen all the way through. And that's what that has worked with a couple of our kids very well. Them understanding, okay, yes, it feels like I'm reacting with my knee, but no, I'm here. I'm way out here by the time I'm trying to make contact because I'm reacting this way. And I'll tell them all I say is take a pitch. Take a pitch. You're about to swing at it. It's a ball, and you're reacting to it. First thing they want to do is boom, and their hands fly. And nothing happens down low, and it just goes to prove that. Then they'll go 2 or 3 where they react with their knee, and I'll say, okay, let's go back into it. First pitch usually shot, boom. Next one, boom, and then they'll get back off it. Then I tell them to take a couple. Because at the end of the day, the quality is key. I don't care about how many reps I'm going to take. I don't care that I take 100 reps in the pen when somebody's throwing to me. I've got to have good quality. I'd rather have 20 to 30 good quality, me slowing my training down like that and really feeling what I'm doing. Yeah. Because that's what's going to benefit me in the game. Having 100 reps don't matter.
Yeah, it shouldn't feel like cardio. Yeah. It's a cardio exercise. This is, in a sense, especially when you're holding the CamWood, it's somewhat strength training. Slow moves, quick motions, quick bursts, but making sure everything's working the right way. Kurt here, when working off a tee, what should kids focus on the most? Tendencies to swing hard, I'm finding. Absolutely. Every kid, the ball's sitting still. They're thinking, good Lord, I can crush this thing now. But we have to really, in my opinion, you got to get kids in the right mindset of what the tee is doing. The tee is allowing you to slow the game down. The tee is allowing you to take a pitch that's normally moving at a high speed and stop it for a second and learn how to do all of this with the ball not moving. It's so hard. Everybody wants to take 3 or 4 swings off the tee and then let somebody throw to them. Yeah. And I don't know why it's more fun for kids to have somebody throw to them and them not hit the ball good than it is to stand here off a tee and learn how to hit the ball good, sitting still, and then work their way into that moving ball. It's natural. It's young kids wanting to play, want to be in a hurry, but we got to tell them, look, the reason we're hitting off this tee here is not to try to crush this. We're not trying to see how hard we can hit it. If you'll be nice and loose and focus on the mechanics of what we're doing, and we talk a lot about mechanics, especially I think in one hitting drill in my head right now. Yeah. If you'll be nice and loose and not try to be so hard with the bat and just let the weight help you, nice and loose inside the ball, you're going to get that natural towel-like whip through the zone to where your bat, truthfully, has more pop, more speed, and the ball comes off harder than it would if you tried to swing hard. Yeah. Swinging hard a lot of times slows you down, slows your power down, slows your bat down, and you have to literally put the ball in just a microscopic spot to be powerful.
Well, you talking about he's trying to swing hard, hard.
Yeah, hard.
That word sounds tiring.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want my swing to feel like I'm super tired at the end of it. I want it to feel, by the time I get through the zone, that is when everything's released.
It's the most effort I use.
Okay. I just release everything through that zone so it accelerates. Okay. Because if I were to go fast here and then let my hand just go, it's going to accelerate through that ball. If I go through and have hard the whole time, I'm not ever going to get my acceleration.
All right, how that work?
Yeah. I don't want to feel like I'm driving through my zone and lose my acceleration.
Yeah.
I want to feel at some point after I get my direction started that it releases, that it accelerates through the ball. And I don't feel all that effort continuing through the ball and most of the time ending up behind me because all that is wasted. Nothing happens behind me, above me, below me. It happens right here in front.
Yeah.
And that's where I want all my energy to be directed and released.
Good question there, too.
Yeah.
We see that a bunch, man, especially with the younger ones when they first come in.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
First come in, you put the ball in the team, all right, let's see what you got, dude.
Yeah.
Yakking on that thing.
We've had this academy going for 6 weeks now.
Oh, yeah.
There's some that have been like first 3 weeks, we get on week 4 and still getting up to the team competition and just trying to yak
Oh,
at
yeah.
it. It's just
We get to week 6, and this week we finally have some kids changing,
understanding
making the change, understanding it.
Yeah.
It just takes longer for kids to really understand. You could go tell that kid tonight, don't swing hard, I want you to be loose and quick. And he's probably going to swing hard the rest of the night.
Yeah.
It's going to take a minute. That's why I love the CamWood Bats. That's why I love the program, is because of the fact that it's hard to swing those bats hard.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to swing those bats loosely, freely, and have control of your muscles and not let your muscles get all out of whack. Everybody would tell you this arm is not strong like this. It's not. You're strong here. See the muscles in the arm there. Can't see them all out here. They're all way lengthened out. There's no tension in them. Not necessarily that we have to be tight, but we've got to be loose. It's a mix. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a mix of it. Any other questions? This one. This one's a good word.
What?
You said a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
How about it? Everybody wants to get into training and think that you're going to fix your swing in like a week. Or like 1 lesson, 2 lessons. Or 2 or 3 swings. They'll feel it once or twice, and then they go right back to their other stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to be disciplined. Slow yourself down and do it the same way every time.
I hope some of y'all that have the program, I hope y'all have gone in and watched some of the updated videos.
Yes. Yes.
They really help. One big one that a lot of people overlook, and this is something every person that comes in here, I don't care how old you are, I'm going to talk about, and that's my setup. We talk about it briefly, I think, in some of the new videos we talk about, but our setup is so crucial to having a good direction every single time. A lot of y'all's kids are having trouble talking about swinging too hard, all this other stuff to get myself out of whack. If I'm grounded when I'm trying to drive and set my direction, making sure my body is firm where it is, then this will come a lot easier. Okay. When I'm not using my body, my legs, my core to really feel stability in what I'm about to do, then you're going to feel so much more out of whack. You're going to feel a lot of leaks happen with energy, especially up top.
Yeah.
You're going to feel my hand path not be directed by my elbow. It's going to be a lot of hands casting to the ball through the zone. I've really had this conversation a lot with one of our new kids, Colin, who's already a taller guy. He's lanky for his age. He doesn't have much mass to him. So he gets out of whack easy because if he doesn't use what he's got, the little he has, it's hard for him to direct his one-hander, his two-handers, because he's not using his legs as far as gaining momentum. He has to use his legs now to keep himself steady, to keep himself in place.
Yeah.
So that his hands can accelerate past his body. A lot of people try to move their body with their hands, and that's where the lack of whip happens. That's where the jams happen. That's where the ground balls happen. It's because the body's moving with my hands. At some point in my swing, something's got to stop in order for this to accelerate past me. I can never get good extension if this stays close to my body the whole time. I have to, at some point, let it accelerate. And that's where my lower half and my abs keeping me still in the ground helps with that, especially with handers and two-handers. Now, of course, when you get into where my whole body's functioning now, like with the pipe and the weight shift, that instant changes now. Okay, so I'm using my backside now to generate some more momentum, but that still comes into play on my front leg.
Yeah,
and it's still in my abs. I still have to feel that there, just to keep myself grounded. Otherwise, I'm going to go straight up or straight over it, and all that power is going to get lost.
Yeah.
So, if your kid is struggling with direction, really look back and see is his legs in the ground. I'm not talking about you should see some bend in those legs. You should feel if you were to grab his elbow and hand and drive it past, his body is not moving. It's stuck in the ground.
Yeah.
And you'll see even when you do that with you doing it, you'll see that leak. It'll kind of pull his body. I don't want that pull. I want those abs to be stuck where I feel I'm in the ground. I'm getting down when I'm driving. I'm not feeling myself go up.
You got to be as stable.
Stability.
Pole in the ground.
Yeah.
If you want to make solid contact, you have to be solid.
Yeah.
Your body has to be solid. The only thing that's loose in that swing that we're really allowing to travel past our body is the bat and our arms from the shoulder joint down. Any leakage, like you're saying, in the upper body, you're losing power. You're losing everything that you want.
Yeah.
You're losing the ability to get the ball in the air. And hitting's tough. Hitting becomes hard at that point. The game becomes no fun.
Yeah.
Any other questions? It's been pretty good so far. Any others? We can't stress it enough, folks, how important it is to have this.
Yeah.
To have this and to use it. Continue to use it. It's so important to continue to use it. Make sure that you understand it. Make sure you understand it.
And use the resources you have with it. Messaging us on the hotline, in the Discord, all that kind of stuff. Use us. We're not just giving you this program for you to do yourselves, but we're giving you us. We're giving you the knowledge that we've accumulated for y'all to have yourself. So reach out. Reach out to us if you need to get it. If you have a question like y'all are having today, I know we just have it every Thursday, but those things are open for you 24/7 for you to use. Don't let it go to waste. Any kind of question. If you think it's dumb, who cares? Ask it anyway.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. A lot of other people might want to know that same answer to that same question. They just don't want to ask it. Do it.
Absolutely.
And also, if y'all are the coach of a team or something like that, and y'all are all struggling, even if you do have the program, y'all are still struggling, we can come to y'all. Y'all just let us know with a location and enough boys. We'll come help you. That's the best thing about this community that we're trying to get. We're trying to make it to where y'all have everything y'all need at y'all's disposal.
Well, as a former high school coach, I can tell you that this right here would have changed my life. I'd probably still be coaching if I knew this the way I do now, because I would have been able to see the kids improve. Yeah. I was going off of knowledge that was just passed down, literally just passed down. Just passed down. And passed down knowledge is good, but it doesn't do you too much good if you don't truly understand it. You don't truly know it. If it truly doesn't make sense to you. Yeah. A lot of things you can be fooled into believing some things. But a lot of the stuff we taught, I mean, not that anybody was trying to fool us, but a lot of the stuff that we do now, continue to find realizations of things that we were taught. That's like, man, I just didn't understand this.
Yeah.
Palm up, palm down. I was just here all the time. I just didn't understand that.
Yeah.
That's what's going to create the whip and keep the barrel level. This is going to put you in a bad position.
Well,
It's going to put you in a bad position when you're late, when you're early.
I showed a kid this today because we've had a lot of kids like, well, I want to answer this question real quick. How many players will it take? I would say 15 to 20 to get us down there. Yeah, 15 to 20 players will come down. If you have any less than that, we'll still come down, but the price might be a little bit more expensive to get us down there, just because we will have to travel and all kind of expenses to get there. But I would say around 15 to 20 to get us down there. It would be worth our while.
Martin's mentioned virtual lessons, so I'm going to post that link in here as well. We have a few people who participate in virtual lessons with us. Talk about it a lot. It means that if you were in person, I believe you could. I mean, I know what we know. We've done too much in here with kids. If you were in person, you would feel it a lot quicker. You'd be able to see it a lot faster. As far as, I mean, how much can be done in a virtual lesson? It's more like class. It's more like, I mean, literally sitting here and trying to learn.
Yeah.
Trying to learn how to do this. And then when I get done learning that, I got to go back and study.
Yeah.
And practice and work at it until it kind of gets into my blood, into my brain, into my muscles and my body. That that's how it happens. That's how I do it. And then when I don't feel it like that, can I fix it? Or am I needing to ask a question?
Just talking about calm down.
With frisbees,
yeah, there's some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, man, the stuff that we. I mean, this program it's 4 drills, dude. 4 drills. It's knowing the drills. It's understanding why we do the drills. You can have the drills, but if you don't know the why, you're just doing reps.
I mean, Gray,
reps.
Gray, who came in, I think that was the biggest thing to him. Because he's had to go. I mean, he's had to go to California.
Yeah,
and stuff
fly from this side to that side
to get taught by coaches, and that's one of the things he talked about. He's just like, nobody explains it like y'all do. Everybody has all these things for me to do, but they don't really show me or tell me what it's going to really do in my swing. They just say, I need you to do this drill for this result.
Yeah,
and that's about where it sits. That's about it. It's going to increase your hand speed a little bit. It doesn't tell you anything about how it functions or where it's going to function. It's just, this is more about my hands. This is more about my hip. This is how I gain a little bit more power.
This is going to cause this to happen. But they never really show.
You said the audio keeps coming in and out.
Audio keeps going in and out. It's on today.
We're gonna have to get it figured out, guys.
Yeah,
we wanted to try something new today, just to get y'all in here. May or may not work out. May have to go purchase some different items for audio and video quality to help that. Hopefully it quits happening. Might have something to do with Wi-Fi.
Yes, Wi-Fi is a possibility too. Steven says he'll give us a call next week. Very good. We'll look forward to that, Steven.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to it.
Might have been talking too fast.
Any other questions or comments, concerns? Video is clear right now. That's so weird, man.
I bet it's Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is coming on and going out.
We're not running on fiber here.
No.
So.
We're running
now,
on
we can go run on fiber, but I like doing it in the shop.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Somebody pop one more out there.
Yeah.
I'll say this too in regards to those virtual lessons. If you're one of those in here that's kind of on the fence, whatever, you're not going to find a cheaper hitting lesson in the country for what we charge for those virtual lessons. You're not going to find it. After like 3, 4, 5 months of it, depending on how hard the kid works, how hard the kid studies, how much he ponders on this, thinks on this, and tries to really make this a part of who he is, our jobs are done. I mean, you think about Gage Schaefer right now. Gage spent a year in here with us.
We hadn't seen him in probably six
we hadn't
months.
asked him. I see him on the weekends at church. Say, hey, how you doing? And he shows me a video of him hitting a double.
But
Hitting
he's,
hitting the
he's
triple.
absolutely killing
He's
it out
killing it. He's absolutely killing it. And what it tells me is that he's making his own fixes. He's making his own adjustments. He's able to do this for himself. He literally, I'll pull the text message up from what he texted me the other night. I texted him, somebody had sent me a video of a triple that he hit. And he texted me back. I texted him and told him he was killing it. And he responded and said, thanks, man, I'm having fun. I have never in my life had a kid just text that.
Yeah.
Nothing else, just I'm having fun. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, they may act like they're having fun. They may have had fun playing with their friends, but did they have fun in the game?
Yeah.
I mean, did they have fun being good at the game? A lot of these kids don't even really understand the fun behind baseball because they're not good at it yet. They don't even understand it yet.
Well, it's the going up with that stress and that doubt of, will this be a good day for me?
Yeah.
And not really knowing. No, if you
Flipping the coin.
Yeah, if you that's what's so great about knowing your swing and knowing how things function and knowing this is that it doesn't matter if it's a bad day to start off with. I can make an adjustment.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can figure it out before I get out of that game and go 0 for 4, and I'll figure out how to make my adjustment.
Yeah.
Now I may still get out, but I'm gonna dang sure get some good contact.
I'm gonna catch one or two that day.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
might get
catch
hit
me
right
one or
to
two.
somebody, but I'm gonna
That's
fix
the
it. Yeah.
That's the truth.
But yeah.
Very good. Well, guys, we appreciate you all joining us here on YouTube today. Thank you so much. While you're here, subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Go ahead and do that. And reach out to us for virtual lessons if you're interested in those. We'll look forward to hearing from y'all, those of you that are interested in camps, clinics, things like that. If you have any questions about the program as the days go by from here to next Thursday, text the CamWood hotline. You can find that in the CamWood program members area right there on the home page. You got anything else, Brian?
No, I don't think so, guys.
I'm good.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Very good. Folks, we appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Up. We already bought the CamWood Bats. Package do you have if we already have that? I'll send you the link. I'll post that link right here. So we'll stay on just a second. And I'll send you straight to the page where you can buy exactly what you need. That's another thing, too. I'm glad that question came up. If you do have the CamWood bat, but you don't have the one-hander, you don't have the program that we're talking about, and you need that, we have done a good job of kind of allowing our customers to piece together the things that they don't have. You can go to this link right here that we're going to post in the chat and purchase you're looking for the CamWood program and one-hand trainer. There it is. Actually, I can send it to you. Right there. Click that. That'll give you a one-hander. If you're youth or smaller, go with the youth one-hander.
Yeah.
If you have a 31-inch adult or bigger, the adult one-hander. Program's going to be the same across the board. Yeah. Baseball, softball, young and old. The only difference is the amount of reps that we require each player to do. Don't get too lost in that.
Yeah, don't get too
quality over quantity. Still,
yeah.
Still, the numbers in there are really just a baseline to start with. I mean,
dude, I'm telling you, if you are a young kid that have never swung these bats before,
you're gonna be tired in a minute.
You're gonna get tired.
And
quick.
if you're a kid that has never really swung them right, you probably gonna be sore.
Yeah.
In a minute too. So
some different muscles for sure.
Pick that package up right there. Thank you, Brent. The rest of you all, we appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you right here next week on the CamWood Bats live session with the Swing Shop.
Yep.
See you guys.